Hello, Hotties.
I'm Positive Noodles.
And I'm xFlowmingo.
Welcome to Hot X Nudes.
If you're new here, this is where we drop some hot takes on gaming news, Reddit stories, and do our weekly FMKs.
Yeah, so we're super giggly and I love it.
We are.
It's because, and I'll tell the trade secrets. We recently learned for filming podcasts, a great way to correct mistakes or find something in a certain spot is to use a dog clicker thing because the audio picks it up different. So we're laughing because I had to click it before we started.
We're training puppies.
We're training ourselves.
Yep.
So how are
you?
I
get a treat now?
Yeah. Yes, it's the treat of being able to talk to our wonderful hotties.
Absolutely. I love it.
So yeah, Flo, how are you doing this week? I know this is an
Not
off week for you.
Not bad. Yeah, I'm taking the week off. I've just been like super low energy the last like week or so, and I feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a week off from streams and everything. I'm still around, but taking a little break.
Well,
how about you? How's your week?
I will say that's a great thing that it was streaming. If it's part-time or full-time, like you don't have to worry about like, oh, I have to put out this many videos. And that's why I think even if I ever got to partner level, I would never become partner because first of all, there's not really that many benefits. But also because like you have to put so many out and so many, like you can't take a break. No like fault to anybody that like wants to be partner. It's just for me, I feel like it would be a lot harder for me to feel like I can take off a week. So yeah, but I'm doing good. I took last week off, which was nice, and I'm actually, and I guess we can announce it here, for February and March I'm going to be doing fundraising streams. In March, it will be Prostate Cancer Foundation. All my Twitch money, too, that I make from, like, subs or bits or whatever, will be going to those foundations. And in March, it will be the American Heart Association. So those are near and dear to my heart. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended, because I always love puns. So we'll be doing that, and there's little incentives, and we can post it in our Discord, but it's posted on my Instagram, Positive Noodles, on Instagram. That has all the information of the different incentives. I had to buy sour heads, lemon heads, and red hots, because that is, if you donate $5, I have to do that. So again, I'm not expecting anybody to donate, like it's not an obligation or anything like that, but just for me, it's something that, for me, it's close to my heart. My dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He's very, very good and in the best situation. And my father-in-law recently got heart surgery. And again, he's doing really well. I'm very lucky that both of my fathers, old and new, are both doing well and getting what they need. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse like Sarah Bear, who is lovely. But I can help through fundraising. So that's kind of like what I do. It's just me. I'm very giving. Flo knows that like my love language to people is like gift giving.
Always has been.
Yeah. I got Eric 2 gifts on our wedding day, and he didn't know about wedding day gifts, so he felt like crap because he didn't know, which is fine. I never expect them in return. So yeah, no, it's it's good. So I'm excited to do that, and we have different incentives too for like our milestones. And at $500, I will be doing a bath stream where I will be in a bath of noodles. Like full ass bath with many noodles,
bath
like
noodles.
Ramen noodles. And I will be streaming from the bath, and I'll be playing like Mario Kart or something. We'll figure out how to like get the webcam there and like be able to like play Mario Kart. But full ass like in the tub stream.
Love it.
So the logistics
hot tub stream, but make it a tub of noodles.
Yeah. Also, I still will be doing that if we don't hit the 500 milestone. I'll be doing that at 500 followers. So But I also have a 12-hour stream and a 24-hour stream, incentives for milestone and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm also nervous about the logistics. And since I work full time too, I'm like, I'm going to have to pick a day. Like, I'm going to have to take a vacation day or do it on a day that's like a long weekend. So I'm excited.
That's
My
so
friend
funny.
Natalie is like, let's get her there because I want to see it. And I'm like, oh
I
my
know.
God. And I love her so much. She's like, can you put 2 episodes out a week? Because I just need more of this in my life.
Oh,
And I was like,
that's
maybe
so
one day.
cute.
If we ever
Oh
go
my
full
God.
time, maybe one day. So
Maybe.
yeah, so
Maybe.
we can get into our gaming hot takes. So gaming news hot takes, where we kind of talk about gaming news or just some things that have happened in gaming and our hot takes on that. So I'm gonna go first with the pushback release of not only The Last of Us Part 1 for PC, but also for Amnesia: The Bunker, which hasn't come out yet, but that's the newest Amnesia game. So if you didn't know, The Last of Us Part 1 release is going to be pushed back till March 28th, I believe. Yeah, March 28th. And then Amnesia is pushed back to May 16th. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I am more than happy for a company to push back a game. Because in my eyes, that means that they're doing what they need to do to make that game complete.
100%. I completely agree with you.
Like, for so long, they weren't saying when Animal Crossing was going to be released, and then they pushed back the date. They pushed back, like, what quarter it was going to be. And that's okay, because I want it to be the best game that it can be. And obviously, I'm like, come on, please come out.
Right.
And I think Nintendo's a little bit better about it, but like Breath of the Wild, they didn't say the date for a long time for the second one because they didn't want to like get people's hopes up. But I'm glad that they took a long time because I want the best game possible.
Exactly.
There's always going to be bugs and patches. Like, it's very rare that there aren't patches. I think that's completely important and shouldn't be like shamed if there's a patch out there, because also people break games on purpose for speed runs too. So
yeah,
sometimes you got to do that. But again, I'm very happy to see this, especially The Last of Us Part 1. I don't know if PC is going to be the remastered version, because you can buy the remastered version. But I don't know if it's going to be that or if it's just going to be the original version coming to PC. I have heard that PC and Switch ports are a lot harder than like Xbox or PlayStation ports. And I might be wrong, but I have heard that before. So I'm more than happy with this amazing game, this amazing story game I've been wanting to play for so long, but I do not have a PlayStation. And I don't think I'll ever get one. I don't think so.
I feel like once you switch to PC, it's like,
yeah,
I don't really
Eric's has an
know
Xbox.
that I want a console.
Yeah, he grew up with Xbox.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with consoles. I grew up with handheld games. And so I got a Wii when I was like 16. Our family got a Wii, and that was like fun. It was more like family console type thing.
Yes.
But the first console I ever had personally was the Switch, which some people consider more handheld. I think the Switch Lite is handheld, but the Switch is like can be docked.
Yeah.
So, which again, like no shame to either one, but I personally have been a PC gamer for a long time. And I got into more like heavy duty PC gaming recently in the last 5 years. So I kind of am it's hard to go back, and also I'm not used to PlayStation controllers. They're
100%.
different, and like I can kind of do Xbox controllers. The buttons are switched than the Pro controller.
That was always my issue.
Yeah, and the Pro controller, I love the Pro controller. That's what got me into controllers, because I was playing Breath of the Wild so much, and I was using the Joy-Cons that slipped into the like attachment that you can make a controller, and my hands were hurting, so I got the Pro controller, and I love my Pro controller. I use it on my PC when I play DBD.
Yes,
But a lot of
that's right.
people recognize the Xbox layout. Now, I know with Joy-Cons and Pro controllers, you can swap, or like, what is that called? You can like make it so it matches the Xbox. You can map them. You can map them so you can change it. But the thing for me sometimes is I do have to look down. Like I have my controller for anybody that's watching. I do look down sometimes to be like, which one's this? With DBD, I know what buttons. It's not.
It's like, their muscle memory at this point.
Yeah. And so I'm very good with muscle memory because I played flute. So I was like, that's something I had to have, which this is so off topic, but I was watching a TikTok skit today. And I love this creator. I'll have to find her name, but she does skits of like things that happen in movies, and like she goes all overboard. And it was one that's like, oh, the point in a movie where like the disguise for the spy heist like comes in, and they just make up ridiculous terms, like even for doctors, like here's this I hacked into the mainframe, but like use so many different words. And she's like, oh, here's your spy weapon or whatever. And it was a flute case. And I went to the comments and I was like, did anybody say it? And I couldn't find it for a while. I was like, do you play flute? And then later I found out, I was like, was that a flute or a piccolo case? She's like, I did not have the patience to learn piccolo, which is harder to play flute. And I can't play piccolo because I have man hands, or I have big hands. So it's hard for me to play piccolo. Yeah. So, and it's a little bit different notes for different things. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, is that a flute case? But side tangent. But yeah, I think for me, I might remap them, but I also want to get like skin for my Pro controller because they don't make Pro controllers other than black. You can send it out to get it custom, but it's expensive.
I bet.
So there's a company I've been kind of eyeing on TikTok that does like skins for all different gaming accessories. So, but yeah, I'm again back to the topic. I'm happy that people are pushing back. I mean, a great example of not pushing back something to push a product out is CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk. I love CD Projekt Red. I like that they work with third-party companies to make, like, they have a D&D Witcher dice set that's like certified with CD Projekt Red. I think they're a really great company. It's really nice too because they're Polish, which is actually where the Witcher books were written. It's by a Polish actor. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But not a Polish actor, a Polish writer. So the original Witcher books were in Polish.
Oh.
So yeah, and so they started in Poland. I believe CD Projekt Red was started in Poland. So they did Cyberpunk, but I think because it had Keanu Reeves and it had like a lot of hype, they didn't push it back, and they were overworking their coders and developers and everything like that. And it wasn't the creators. It was
fairly broken,
it was
right?
Manager. Yeah, it was fairly broken when it came out. And so there was a lot of patches, and the same thing happened with FNAF Security Breach.
I remember when you played that, and it was glitched,
so broken,
buggy.
And like, and again, I said last time, like there was so many patches in like 48 hours. So again, I definitely am happy to see that they're pushing back, and I think because there's been so much exposure of how toxic gaming companies have been, like major AAA gaming companies, not only like Blizzard with the not treating women right aspect, but like overworking people and like asking them to do ridiculous hours to like push out a game. That's why I always love finding indie game companies. But again, I'm excited to see it kind of push back. I know Naughty Dog, I mean, The Last of Us is like Naughty Dog's biggest like game, I believe. I believe it's their biggest franchise. They did Detroit Become Human as well, I believe. So definitely one of their biggest franchises, which they're doing amazing with the show, and we'll get to that with watching. Daddy Pascal. Anyway, I'm happy to see companies, especially Amnesia, because I think I think Amnesia was indie originally.
Oh, really?
I might be wrong. There's a couple like iconic horror.
That's like the scary. Yeah. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
horror
like
game, right? Okay.
yeah, that's a horror game. I believe our friend Willow Witch was playing it recently. She has it up on her YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not the bunker
And I believe
one.
once in a while she does get back to it as well. I think she's thinking about doing it tonight.
Yeah. So again, just very happy to see that. Very happy to see the recognition of overworking developers. And I am more than happy to wait for a game than have a game broken.
I feel exactly the same way.
Little bugs I'm always going to understand.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be. Nothing's perfect.
But I feel bad for Cyberpunk because if you play it now, it's like so great. But it's like it wasn't when it first came out because there were so many issues because management was pushing it out. Marketing was pushing it out because they wanted to make money because they did so much hype.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm very excited to see that. But we'll see if there's any more pushbacks. And yeah, it sucks. Like, it sucks not being able to play Last of Us Part 1, which I will be playing when it comes out. I'm going back and forth if I want to play it on stream. But we'll see. Some story games I love playing on stream, like not Last of Us, Life is Strange 3. Oh, I loved playing that. Is that the one where I inspired my haircut? It was the Empath
is that
one.
True Colors?
True Colors, yeah.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
That is my favorite.
I loved that. I loved watching that. So I'm really glad you streamed that because I loved watching that.
Huge hot take. That is my favorite Life is Strange game.
Ooh.
The first
I've never played any of them.
See, the first one is very good. I did play that on stream. The first one is very good and was very different. And like the twists and turns of it were very good. But I will say for me, it was a little traumatizing in certain scenes or triggering. Not trauma. It was triggering to my trauma just because it does deal with very adult themes. And while the True Colors deals with adult themes, not certain ones that trigger me. And no hate to the game. Like, it was a beautiful game, but there was like one scene that I was like, guys, I might quit this game. Like, I might have Eric come and play it or something because it was like triggering me so bad on stream. And everybody was understanding, but I luckily beat it. And I was like, okay, we're good.
It's done.
So definitely love Life is Strange. And I thought True Colors was just a beautiful story. So
it was.
Yeah, and she inspired my haircut because she is bi or pan, and I love that because I am. And I remember looking up like, what is that haircut? Yeah, and I remember talking to Flo, like, I really wanted to do this haircut for so long, but I was so scared. And I was like, I want to do it after the wedding because I already knew what I wanted to do with my wedding hair. I was like, I'm so scared to do this. Like, I know that hair grows back, but it's short and whatever.
It's short and it takes a while.
Yeah, and if you want to grow back, it goes through an awkward phase too. So,
it does.
But I looked up, I'm like, what would you call that on like the Life is Strange Discord or Reddit? They're like, being bi. And I was like, okay, didn't need to be called out. Thank you.
Yeah.
If you look up bi haircut, it comes up on Google Images. So
does it actually?
Yes.
Not me doing it right now.
I think it's on the first page, but it might be lower. Also, to make anybody feel old, Google does not have the multiple O's on the bottom for pages anymore. If you use Google at the beginning, it just says show more results. Oh, it's because it's like an endless scroll, right? Yeah, it says show more results. Mobile and desktop. I tried on desktop.
God, you're right, it does.
But
show up. Sorry.
If you guys remember that, I know System's gonna be like, holy shit. It used to be Google, and then how many pages? How many pages was like the bottom? And Eric and I realized that the other day, and we're like, holy shit. So
that's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, if you look up by haircut, I think it's like kind of on the first page, and
it does show up. Yeah. Well, it's funny because like I had that haircut. And it's almost similar now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I have it all on one side when it's down.
Yeah. I've been
But
tempted
I
to
do have
kind
the
of do an
undercut.
undershave too.
You could.
I
It's
know.
more maintenance,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. Like it bothers me if I'm not getting this cut at least like every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Like at most.
I think the next thing I would do to my hair, because I've never dyed my hair, I've used Overtone, which is like a color conditioner, but would be get highlights, because I love my hair. It's a beautiful color, but
highlights also help show curl a little bit better.
Yes, they do.
It creates dimension.
And I braid too. I French braid, so it shows out.
Which is amazing.
This gaming podcast becoming a
fashion hair
this is all because of Life is Strange, so which I think they pushed back a little bit at one point too, and they had to push back ports. Like Life is Strange 2, which I did play off stream, it was before I was streaming, that came out is coming out on Switch this year, because I heard like Switch ports are really hard to do, especially for AAA games. So and I will say the Life is Strange PC editions has really done a lot of Twitch integrations where your Twitch chat can either vote on what they want and it tells you what they want, or you can make it that whatever the majority decision is picked.
It'll do it.
Yeah. So that's really cool, because it's like a choice game. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to make a fourth one, but if they do, I'll be excited to play it. Yeah. And I think being an empath really made me relate to the game, because it's about being an empath and everything. So, but Flo, let's get into your gaming news.
So mine is going to be very quick and short.
Well, it's a discussion too.
Per usual. We'll just so I thought this was interesting. The Grammys were last night. I did not personally watch them. I used to watch these award shows, or at the very least I would watch the red carpets, because like while not a fashion girly myself, I love watching it and experiencing it. So, I didn't watch it last night. However, I have learned that last night's Grammys were the first time they ever had a like a video game category.
Yeah.
A dedicated video game category. And I thought that was really interesting. I think there have been a couple of winners from video games in the past. However, they've been mixed into nominations. But this is the first time that there was like a category. I don't even know if it's a song or a soundtrack.
Do you know
maybe it's a full
was
soundtrack.
Like what the award was called? Like, is it video game
Grammys?
score?
Maybe it says video game soundtracks.
Okay.
Is all it says.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the full soundtrack.
Yeah.
I think the winner was from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, specifically the Dawn of Ragnarok expansion.
Nice.
So it was like a DLC.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Yeah. So I just thought that was pretty cool that it has a video game category.
I like that you can buy scores now too. Like you can, or soundtracks.
Yes, because I'm a huge fan of listening to just like soundtracks. I love movie soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if they're called gaming scores, because like movies they're called scores.
It's the score. I think it would be like, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not positive. I don't know the official term.
I'm Positive Noodles. No, I had like Wonder Woman score CD. I've had like some that are just completely like,
you know what was like my favorite growing up was Hans Zimmer Pirates of the Caribbean, the second one. I used to just listen to it. I had it on my iPod and I would listen to it.
Flo, I'm not judging you. I love and hate that soundtrack because I had to play it.
Oh, okay. Band. If you like had to play it, understandable.
There's the Kraken. And either the Kraken or
that was my favorite
second one. That part was my favorite part, but there was so many annoying parts for the flute.
Oh, I bet.
Because the flute in a lot of like scores is just the violin part, because they don't usually use like full flute parts. And violins can breathe when they play.
Yeah.
Flutes cannot breathe when they play. Ooh. So there's some times where I'm like, fuck you.
I get that. I respect
It's a love-hate with it. You know what I mean? Because you play it so many times. And I played them in middle school. in middle school bands, I mean, we were a very great band program. Like we won awards and everything.
But there's only so many years you guys could have possibly done it. So you're still, relatively
well,
new.
also middle school bands aren't like the best. So there's gonna be people who mess up, but it is an amazing score. I will tell you, Hans Zimmer, John Williams, obviously those are the big ones. And Lin-Manuel Miranda actually helped write a score. He rewrote the Cantina band for New Hope. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
And there's some other people I can't think of. The How to Train Your Dragon score is just all of them. Just chef's kiss. I love it.
The Ratatouille score?
Yes. Oh, I could go on days and days for scores. We should do a Fuck, Marry, Kill of music scores at some point.
That's a really good one. If we didn't already have a topic for today.
Oh, yeah. We should
maybe another time. We should.
But yeah, no, excited to see that. I know that like video games have gotten like actual dedicated awards in other award shows. I'm not quite sure which ones because I don't really watch them. I usually watch day after stuff. So, but yeah, I definitely am happy to see that. And I know Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I just thought that was a cool little, fun fact.
Yeah. So we're going to move into powered, because we are going to share our drinks at the end. I kind of like the powered instead of powder.
Powered. Yeah, because we originally wanted this segment to be power, playing, watching, reading, but then we wanted to add the drinks.
Yeah, but
powered
the first thing that
makes
came
sense.
to my head was powder. So
true.
But powered, I think it's great.
Switch it up. There's no rules.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll have identical drinks, and then sometimes we'll be presenting drinks based off gaming if we have the energy that week. Sometimes it will be wine, but I'll just give it a funny name.
Sounds good. Yeah,
so,
there you go.
Yeah, so I'm going to go first.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I've been playing a little bit of Animal Crossing recently off stream. I love designing the houses and like cleaning up my island. There's been times that I've been off for like 9 months, but I did play a lot when the DLC came out, and I do like the Happy Home Designer or whatever they called it for this one. I love doing that, and you can do it for your villagers' houses. So I'm redoing everybody's like house on my island. So, but you can only do one per day. And I don't time hop, not shame to anybody like me, anybody that does time hop, but I'm too lazy.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a little bit of Animal Crossing. I am finishing Witchy Life Story tonight and going into this game called The Average Everyday Adventures of Samantha Brown, which is a nice little indie game that's free on Steam. And I've heard it's just kind of like a cute little artistic thing of like a girl that's just trying to make oatmeal in her apartment, but being a little like social anxiety and trying to figure out how to do that. So with like roommates and stuff. So I don't know too much out of that, but I find a lot of these on TikTok and save them.
Yeah.
So
that
I'm excited
sounds
to
nice.
do that. But we are gonna look into doing just chatting streams together. We're gonna figure out dates and times, but we're gonna try to do that weekly. So
yeah,
it'll be similar to kind of the podcast, but not as much like the same structure.
Yeah.
I think we want to do a couple things, but I'll leave it for a surprise, at least for the first one. So I'm watching The Last of Us.
Of course.
This episode was very good. It had a lot of scenes that were from the game. Some word for word, some not. So that was good. And I really liked seeing the characters kind of getting closer together. And then there's some iconic duos that are coming in. So really excited to see that. I also watched all the SNL skits and monologues of Pedro Pascal. The Pedro Pascal monologue that it like made me laugh and cry. And he choked up when he was talking about his parents, and I started crying.
I can't wait to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but I cannot wait. No, you're fine. I heard that on TikTok.
Yeah,
so don't
and
worry
he also
about it.
he speaks Spanish. He's from Chile, so I love hearing him speak Spanish because, like,
oh, me too.
I love it.
Is this gonna become a Daddy Pedro Pascal fan
Honestly,
podcast?
we should make a channel because everything I post, like the memes, are just like Pedro
It's all
Pascal
Pedro
memes.
Pascal.
Yeah.
He is king right now.
Yeah, I am going to expose myself. I have a Pedro Pascal folder on TikTok. You know how you can make folders?
Oh, I love that.
Because all the edits, I just
I have a similar folder.
yeah.
But it's not specifically Pedro Pascal. It's called Goofy Ass.
Oh, I love that.
And it's just any like hot guys.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I love that. Yeah, so that's what I've been watching. I also
unrelated, sorry.
No, you're good. I've also forgot to mention a couple weeks ago I watched the movie The Menu. It's kind of a psychological thriller horror movie. Okay. It has amazing actors in it. Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yep.
Anya or Anna. I think
you're right.
And Ralph Fiennes in it, who's actually Voldemort. And I was like, Eric, if you want to see what Voldemort looks like regular, come look at this. He goes, oh, he looks a lot better with a nose. And I was like, because in Voldemort, he barely has a nose. He looks like a snake.
Wait, that's that same guy. He was in, this is random, Made in Manhattan.
Yes. I love him in that movie.
That's what I know him from because I love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. But so many people don't know it, and I love it. And he's so hot.
I didn't even recognize his name. I didn't know that was his name that you just said. And then I was like, hold on. And then I was like, oh yeah, Made in Manhattan.
Yeah, no, I love that movie. I want to watch that soon.
Good one. I know. I should watch that again.
So 15 years. I watched that. Definitely one of those that makes you like think at the end. I watched it alone, like not in the dark or anything, but definitely like it was good. It's just one of those ones that are like very psychological, like it messes with you. Like there's a little bit of gore in it, I will say that, not too much, but it's one of those things where it kind of messes with you. And so I really enjoyed watching that. I actually have been watching a lot of movies. I took an edible and watched Crazy Stupid Love, showed Eric Crazy Stupid Love, the one with Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone. I'm forgetting other people. Joey King's in it.
Good one.
Joey King is like the young daughter.
Oh,
she barely says anything, but I realized it recently.
That's cute.
So we watched that, and that was like a fun, happy-go-lucky movie, and I love Steve Carell so much. I just have such a love for him. He's from New Hampshire.
Yes.
And he owns a hardware store in Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Unless he sold it recently, but yeah, it's he's just a lovely person. I also did a movie night. I've been watching a lot of stuff lately. I did a movie night for the movie Megan.
Yes.
Which is spelled M3GAN because it was like third model or whatever. And I have to make up for the fact that I did not respond to my husband's Discord message saying it was funny. He made a joke saying, is the sequel going to be M4GAN? Which was funny. But I didn't tell him in Discord, and so he was annoyed with me. So yes, babe, It was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, so it was good. Definitely not horror as much as it was a PG-13 kind of horror. Very well done. So it is about like a robot AI thing, and what I really like with another movie is like Ex Machina. The way that they do little sounds when they move, like little mechanical sounds, is just so well done. But yeah, I liked it. It was just kind of a fun movie. It wasn't like anything revolutionary, but just a fun, funny, good horror movie. So yeah, definitely been watching that.
Good.
Reading, I read the prologue to the book that I should be reading, but it's been a little chaotic. Again, I'm always reading Lore Olympus. I'm very excited what to happen this Saturday. I know I said that last time, but what's going to happen this Saturday is, for For any of my Lore Olympus lovers, if you read it, you know exactly what's going to happen next week. So I am excited. But yeah, I definitely am going to try to get into reading just because things have kind of calmed down in my life. So I'm excited to kind of get into that. But yeah, and for drinking, I guess we can kind of share together. I am having another hot toddy for our hotties.
Hot toddy for the hotties.
Yes, it is the exclusive Hotties, our X-Nudes toddy.
Ooh.
Which sounds weird, but yeah.
It does, but it's okay.
So I'm having that. Flo was gonna try, but it just
I was, but then I
hard.
ran out of time.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
As you guys know by now.
Hey, her stream starts at 3, so it's gonna happen at 3:30.
Yeah. Hey, exactly.
I'm the same way. I had to push back my stream today because we didn't start recording till later because I was also sitting on the couch.
Because of me procrastinating.
No, but I was also sitting on the couch, so
it's okay.
But yeah, that's fine. What I'm drinking.
No judgment zone.
I mean, you can repeat what you're drinking after that, but you did do something kind of similar.
Well, I made
Okay.
I just poured a bourbon.
What bourbon is it?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. And I don't have the bottle near me.
You can tell us after break.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tell us after break, because after you go through it, we'll go do our break. Yeah. So, yeah, why don't you get into your powered?
Okay, so my powered, playing.
Yep.
Same shit. I did Valorant, Fortnite. I did play a little teeny tiny bit of Animal Crossing. I got in there and
Jelly forced us, not forced
Jelly. No.
They were
lovely friend Jelly wanted to give me a bunch of gifts.
Yes.
Because they wanted to be my Animal Crossing sugar daddy.
Yes.
Love it.
We love Jelly.
Yeah, we love Jelly. But yeah, I got gifts from Jelly and also from Rowan as well.
Oh, nice.
So I got lots of gifts on there. I have not gotten back on, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
But that's the only new thing. I did finish unpacking last week.
Yeah. What do you think of the ending?
It's cute. I liked that, you know, we ended up with a little family. I don't know. I thought it was
and
sweet.
Some gay shit.
We love
gay.
We love the gay stuff here.
Yes.
Okay.
But just subtle representation too.
It was, yeah, and it wasn't, yeah, it was very just like sweet, and it's like you were kind of like surprised by the end.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're like, oh my God, I'm unpacking my significant other's moving in, and it's more like skirts and dresses. And
yeah, and one of the socks is rainbow or the lesbian flag.
I think it's the rainbow pride flag.
The rainbow pride flag.
Yeah, which is like the all-inclusive one, right?
I think so. So the one that has the blue, white, brown, and black is called the progress flag. You can call it the pride flag, but that was the name of the person that, or like that's what the person who created it called it.
Okay.
So
very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it for playing. Otherwise, I spent this weekend playing Fortnite and Valorant till 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm. I blame Cabby.
You blame Cabby? I blame me.
Just
Poor
kidding,
guy has
you.
had used to have a normal sleep schedule. Until I'm like, can you please play video games with me at 11:30 p.m.?
Yeah. No, I mean, it happens.
It happens. He's a good sport. He's the best. But yeah, so that's all I'm playing. Watching. We've continued Arcane a little bit. We've done a couple more episodes. Keith's not a huge fan, so I'm going to continue watching it by myself.
Gotcha.
I'll probably put it on while I'm like, you know, cleaning and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know? The other thing I started yesterday was White Lotus, which
I need to watch that.
Oh, I'm a huge fan so far. I kind of was like, this seems like one of those things that's like way over, you know, people love it.
Yeah.
Like overhyped or something. Yeah. But it's not. It's very good. It's really, really good. I'm a huge fan. The music in it, we were talking about scores. The music in it is fantastic. But it's just like really good. It's like serious and dramatic, but also hilarious and realistic at the same time. It's very
The
fascinating.
guy
I'm
that
a huge fan.
plays Frank in The Last of Us is in White Lotus. I don't know if it's season 1 or season 2.
I don't know. I think season 1 and season 2 are different stories. There might be a couple of the same characters.
Yeah, because it's
But
like
I
a
think they're different
hotel,
stories.
right?
It is like a hotel.
So, yeah, I'm not sure if he was like a hotel worker or whatever. I do know
I
one character,
don't know
one
for
thing he
sure.
does in the show, but I don't want to say it because it would be a
No,
spoiler,
because
maybe.
I'm gonna yeah.
So, anyway,
Maybe. I also don't know people's names in the show. Like I'm
I
bad at
don't
remembering
know
names.
either. Yeah,
So I don't
Game of
I wouldn't
Thrones
know who
was
you're talking
hard
about.
for me. I forgot
I can
everybody's
only
names.
fucking imagine. I
Yeah.
should watch that, honestly. Mm.
Eh, you
I
can
think I'd
skip
be
it.
interested,
You can
at
just
the very
watch
least, in
for
season
Pedro.
4
Yeah.
for Poppy Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. So,
Back to him again.
of
More
course.
rants. But anyways, that's it for what I'm watching. I don't think I've watched anything else this week. But I do want to watch that episode of SNL.
Yeah.
Which I probably will today or tomorrow.
I watched clips, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There were some that were like, what the hell just happened? But
That's a
also,
lot of to me, that's how
SNL
SNL
goes-
has been lately.
Yeah,
I
SNL
used to
goes
love SNL growing
way
up.
too far now. Not way too far.
It's like they're doing too much.
So, yeah, I will say they just take the bit for too long. I feel like they had to fit a time requirement. So
Yeah.
I just feel like it's funny, and then they just continue.
And it's like, okay, it was funny.
Yeah, like you don't have to
should have
go
just
this
ended
far.
it there.
Yeah. But no,
But
he
yeah,
did an amazing job, and they did one
Okay,
that
good.
was very, very funny.
The ones I saw a couple of clips like on
Yeah.
TikTok, and they looked hilarious. And like
Yeah.
I love Pedro Pascal, so like I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, he breaks in a couple of them, like just starts
Good.
giggling.
Honestly, I think it's more fun when they break, to be
Yeah,
honest.
me too.
I enjoy it.
I
Like I
mean-
used to love when Jimmy Fallon was on SNL because
Oh, yeah.
he broke all the time.
Yeah.
That was like his thing. And it was always so funny.
I'm still a little mad at SNL for the Try Guys thing, but I was happy to see
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal on it.
That's
so,
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, again,
I
they
didn't keep
just-
up with the Try Guys stuff, so I didn't.
Oh,
I forgot.
I did because I love drama.
That's fair.
I don't, but I do.
It's not your own.
Yeah, when it's not my own. I've had enough of that, so it's nice to see somebody else's. Obviously, if it's not like hurtful to them, but
Of course.
yeah, no, I think they sometimes take the bit a little bit too far, but Pedro Pascal
Fair.
did a great job. And there's one that is like very TikTok related, and I thought that was great.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw on
Yeah.
TikTok because they posted it.
Yeah, they posted on
Yeah.
TikTok, and they posted all of them on YouTube. So, well, yeah, definitely
excited
let me
to
know
see
how
it.
you feel. The monologue definitely made me choke up. So
He also looked so cute in the monologue. I saw that.
did.
The purple on him is.
there
just
is a clip
amazing.
from him before he walks in, and he's just dancing around behind
I
stage.
know.
I love him.
He
Again,
seems like the sweetest.
this is
Again,
just a
another
Pedro
Pedro
Pascal.
Pascal tangent.
If
Pedro
anybody
Pascal fan
wants to
club.
not listen because of this, I understand.
Do you? No, I'm
No.
just kidding. Of course, everyone has their own.
Yeah.
But anyways, we could talk about Pedro Pascal forever.
Yeah.
But let's move on to reading.
Yes.
I'm still reading Legends and Lattes. It is going a little bit slower than I thought, as far as me picking it up and reading.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's like I'll be like, I should read, and then instead I go on TikTok for 4 hours.
Yep.
And I don't mean to do that, but it just happens very quickly. But I am still reading it, and I still like it.
Where did you get to? What chapter?
I don't remember. It's been that long since I've picked it. Not that long. What I've been doing is like when I wake up and I'm
Yeah.
like awake but not ready to get out of bed, I'll read like a chapter.
Yeah.
So I think I'm on like chapter 6 or 7 or 8,
Yeah.
around there.
We'll talk off
I don't
stream to
remember.
ask where you are so we don't spoil
Yeah,
anything.
and I'll go check. Yeah.
But I
Um,
promise, Natalie, I'm going to read the book. I promise. The book that she
Yeah.
suggested, because I'm excited,
Yeah.
and I've seen it all over TikTok, and I just
I've seen it a
forget.
couple times too. It seems cute.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And I believe
like-
there's people of color and everything like that
good.
in it. So yeah, life. So
Yeah, life, exactly.
yeah, so you went
Hey,
over
that's
drinking,
fine.
but feel free to.
Yeah, so again, I just have a little bourbon. I actually haven't even had a sip of it yet.
I've been sipping my hot toddy because I love my hot.
I don't love that by itself. Not gonna lie.
Just pour hot water into it quick.
Honestly, I don't know that these glasses can handle hot water.
Probably not. But
It's
yeah.
not great.
All right, I think we're gonna go to our break.
Sounds good.
And
Now's a good time.
Yeah, this is a good time. And then we'll be back with our Reddit stories and Fuck, Marry, Kills.
See you in a little bit.
All right, see you guys.
Welcome back.
Hi, guys. So we know we've gone a little bit longer like we usually do. So we're going to go down to one Reddit story this week, but it's a good one, I think, from what I skimmed from it. But I think there's definitely going to be a conversation with it. So
okay, sweet.
Just one story. It's short, but I know we're going a little bit long. And I know people are like, it's fine, but I don't want to keep too many people's time. So am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for saying I will no longer play video games with my fiance? Throwaway account, which if anybody doesn't know, just means they make an account quick, so it's not related to their main account, just in case somebody finds it. I am female 21 and my fiance is male 27. We first met on games and we now live together. Gaming is a huge hobby for the both of us, but I am starting to not want to play. For context, I'm a sensitive person and he's not so much. We're both quite competitive on games and we started playing Valorant together when it came out. I like to play with him to spend time and do something we both enjoy, but I can no longer stand it. He gets very mad on the game and I don't do well sometimes. He will accuse me of baiting him, saying I switch my head off size if I lose a round and is not a nice atmosphere. I have anxiety and shouting or anger directly affects me. I no longer have fun. If I bait him too much, he will alt F4 mid-game. If anybody doesn't know, alt F4 means you shut down the program. Yep. So I told him I will no longer play with him. It doesn't matter what game, as it always causes arguments. So there's no update, and they didn't put an update in the comments that I know of. But what's this? Turning the head, or do you know what that meant?
Oh, no, I didn't understand that.
I don't know if it was a type or something.
It could be.
Again, I don't want people to think I think people are dumb with saying alt F4, but there's a lot of console players that don't know what that means. So
oh yeah, of course.
So yeah. I never want to assume. Yeah, he said he gets very mad on the game and I don't do well sometimes. He accused me of baiting him, saying I switch my head off. Oh, saying they turn their brain off. It's not a Valorant thing. Okay, got ya. So what does baiting him mean?
I understand. Yep. So baiting is a thing in the game where if you let someone go ahead of you, even though you know there's an enemy there, and you let them get killed so that you can kill them and get the trade.
Okay.
Sometimes baiting is useful and important, and sometimes it's good for the team. There are other times where it's I'm just going to hang back and let them all die so that I can get my glory and get the kills.
Gotcha. So it's not it's letting somebody rush so that you get advantage?
Yes, pretty much.
So is it kind of well, I guess this is more communicated. Can you bait and it be, I don't know why consensual in my head comes up.
Yes,
can it be
a lot of times, yeah. So a lot of times, so for Sage specifically, so Sage is, we've talked about this, Sage is the healer, but she also has her ult is she can actually revive someone who's dead.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will use this as bait. So a lot of times they'll revive and then they'll get the kill on someone who's trying to kill the revived person. This can be very useful in clutch situations.
Yeah.
Where it's one person left against, any a number of people on the opposite team. Sometimes people are like, yeah, res bait me, use me as res. They're right there. You can get them if you bait res me. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes for like any of the duelist characters. Sometimes you'll go into a situation together at different angles and use each other as bait. Like if one gets killed, I'm gonna get the trade. Sometimes it's like I said, sometimes it's useful and consensual, and you can do it planned.
Yeah.
Other times it's like, you know, you're like being sneaky and just trying to use people to get more kills if you're kill hungry, you know.
So like DBD wise, it's like having somebody take the
yes
hit,
like how sometimes we're like, I'm like, oh, I'll let him chase me because you're like busy, like I'll bait him, you know.
Sometimes if somebody's never been on the hook and I already have 2 hooks, usually I can,
it's like, oh, I'll take it.
It's not like I'm ever intentionally not doing that. Okay, so
exactly.
That makes
if you're doing it intentionally and you're doing it communicative, that's normally fine and dandy.
So they didn't put an update, but they have commented.
Okay.
Somebody said, not the asshole. You two definitely need to sort this out and communicate about your feelings, which communication is key. I will say that for a lot of these stories that have that, communication is key.
Yes.
The OP, the original poster, said, I have communicated on so many occasions how I feel. That I don't want him to coach, or that I feel like he doesn't enjoy playing with me and that he's hurting my feelings. We've had this talk a few times. It never changes, so I told him I'm done. So the same person commented down or replied and says, makes sense, man. I wish you the best. You truly deserve somebody who treats you like a queen. And they said, thank you. I appreciate your input and kind words. I wish all the best for you. So yeah, there's a couple other comments, and we always put the links in the show notes or descriptions if you're watching on YouTube, so you can kind of see that. But I thought that was like kind of she's communicated it, because so many times people are like, have you communicated how you feel? And because everybody wants to know, like, everybody sucks, they want more information.
Yeah.
And they have communicated this. So yeah, it's just hard. I hope they work it out, but I also I'm not somebody that's like divorce or like break up.
Oh, of course.
But if these are red flags, get out before the marriage, because it's a lot harder to leave once you're married.
Yeah.
So again, I don't want to just say that, because some people will do that. They'll be like, divorce. Like, sometimes it's joking.
And it's like, okay, this is a video game.
Yeah, and you're also getting like, one
sometimes
story.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
But like,
this is like any of these stories, you're only getting one side.
And I kind of understand this. I've talked about it before, where like my ex made me feel like I couldn't play with him. And he also took it out on me even if I wasn't playing with him.
Yeah.
And that was League. Surprise, toxic. Just kidding. I love you, League players, unless you're toxic. So I get it, and I couldn't play. I never really played games with him. Now that I think about it, like, we played different games. But with my husband, we played Stardew. We're playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and I feel bad that like I don't have the best aim. But he's like, Borderland games, you don't worry about aim. The guns are weird. Like, this is not a normal shooting game. Like, nobody has amazing aim in Borderlands. You know what I mean? Because every game gun is different. So, especially in Tiny Tina's Wonderland, there's a lot more like magic guns, I believe. So
yes. That have like explosive, like all kinds of different,
and different like features and their spells. So, but I have that like that triggering thing. It's like, and also just from communities being like, oh, you're a girl, you can't do this or whatever, your aim sucks. And I was like, that's why I play first person, like, or single player games a lot of the time. And my favorite multiplayer game is DBD, because I don't have aim. I have skill checks, which I'm not always good at, but I don't need aim. So, yeah. Which
I get that.
It's, again, I feel for this person, and I'm going to read the comments afterwards, but there's like paragraphs of stuff. So again, if you want to read the comments, feel free. This was posted 10 months ago, so I doubt there'll be an update on the post. But again, feel free to go into the show notes or into the description on YouTube to see the story and read it for yourself. Also, if you can't click the link or it's not working, I always put the name of the story, the subreddit, and the username. So if if it's something's acting up, you can look it up there. So yeah. But
yeah, that was a good one.
Not the asshole, in my opinion. Not the asshole.
I don't think so either. Especially like if they've communicated and like this person's aware that like it's no longer fun for them. It's like you got to do what's best for you.
And they met through game, so like
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough because
together.
And to be honest, like I get this, like with Keith. You know, Keith has he gets tilted, not like at me, but like he gets tilted with the gaming, and it is frustrating for him to like. It's frustrating for us to play together because I'm stuck facing people that are at his skill level, which is way higher than me.
Yeah,
and then also he's just like he ends up being like, it's not like a Smurf because unrated, there's no such thing as Smurfs.
Yeah,
but like he's getting all the kills because he's against people that are at my skill level. You know what I mean? So it's like there's trade-offs and it's frustrating. So we don't play a lot of Valorant together anymore, which is like fine. It's just one of those things that like if you're not having fun playing it together, he honestly doesn't play Valorant much at all anymore. But it's something of like, if it's frustrating to you both, then
like
there's no point in doing it. There's plenty of other things we can do together. You know what I mean?
I would never play COD with Eric. First of all, just because it's not my type of game. But like, even with zombies, like I'm way behind, and I know he would be more than willing to teach me. But
exactly. But it's like, why would I want to be frustrated?
Yeah.
You know?
So
either of us. So it's as long as it's communicated, and I think it's fair. I think it's a fair thing to decide to not play a certain game together anymore.
Yeah, red flags for me. I mean, if something is, I hate the all that for mid game. Like,
yeah, that's
like
like a little like fucky. I don't like that. You know?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, I just
no.
I think it's a little bit toxic. I think he needs to work on his anger management with the game. Like I get being tilted and sweaty and like salty.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. You think I'm not getting mad? I'm getting mad.
The amount I scream sometimes when I was soloing DBD. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Eric's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No."
It's like, no, this is fucking pissing me off.
Yeah. So I definitely, I get the asshole.
Not the no, I don't think so at all. I don't think so.
So, let's move on to Fuck, Marry, Kills.
Sounds good. Okay, so this week we're back with some more the rest of the Stardew Bachelors and Bachelorettes. Noodles, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So we switched off. I did Bachelors last time, but I'm gonna do Bachelorettes. So I have Maru, Penny, and Emily.
Okay. So this one is a little bit tricky for me because I have not interacted much with Penny or Emily.
Yep.
I did start romancing Maru in one of my saves.
Yeah, I remember that.
A long time ago. She's cute. I like her. So I'm gonna what am I gonna do? Am I gonna fuck or marry Maru? Emily. I don't know anything about I don't even really know who Emily is. Which one is Emily? I know she's got the blue hair, but
she works at the tavern, I think. She like does fabrics, and doesn't she also eat crystals?
Oh. No, I think Abigail eats crystals.
Yes, Abigail. Yep.
I think Abigail eats crystals.
Emily works at the bar or the tavern.
Okay. So then I am going to marry Maru. She's very sweet. She's like she's again like that nerdy type. And I'm into that. So I'm gonna marry her. She's very sweet. I like it. I'm going to fuck Emily. Kind of random.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe the blue hair is an indicator that she's like cool.
Yeah.
You know? Again, I don't know much about her. And then Penny, I don't know enough about her either, so I'm just gonna kill her. Seems like she could be boring, but I don't know.
Yeah, I have the same answers.
Oh, really?
So Maru, the nerdy and like sweet and kind of like
Yeah.
STEM girly, and I mean
Yep.
STEM and like sciencey stuff.
Yes.
Because STEM can also mean a mix of femme and masc for
Oh,
female
okay.
presenting people. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
yeah, I learned
Okay,
that from
thank
my
you for telling me.
lesbian friend.
Ooh.
So yeah, Maru definitely kind of like just I don't know, gives me that vibe. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely marrying. Emily, she seems kind of like a nice fuck. And I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. She makes her own clothes, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
Maybe
love
she
that.
makes good lingerie. You never know. But also, yeah, I think she's just a
Maybe.
nice fuck. And I'm gonna kill Penny for two
Okay.
reasons. I think she's a little boring.
Mm.
I mean, for like a fuck. And I
Yeah,
think for a
exactly.
Mary, she's too sweet. She's kind of like that sweet, soft spoken, like vibe. So I feel like she would be like too sweet and I would feel like an asshole because I like joke
Yeah.
around and I'm more like silly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because my husband romanced her in one of his saves. So yeah, fuck you,
So
Eric.
that's fair.
Yeah, he was also a Ginny lover for Harry Potter, so apparently he likes the quiet, like, freaking redheads. So whatever. Sorry, I can't be that
So
person.
we're a little petty, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Love it.
But no, I think it's just because she would be like too sweet and like too wholesome, and I would feel like because I'm just a silly, like,
Yeah,
silly
me too. I
person.
agree with you completely. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like we're just not compatible,
yeah. So
you
she
know?
seems sweet, but again, I think she would just be like a little boring for me,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah,
as a
me too.
fuck. I feel like it's so vanilla. Anyway,
Yeah.
what's
Um,
yours?
so mine, the last three guys are Alex, Sebastian, and Shane.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts?
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
This one's kind of tricky. Maybe not.
I think uh I'm gonna have to kill Shane.
Okay.
And I hate to do this. And by the way, if you didn't know, you can get chickens without marrying him. You have to get to the 8 hearts and then you can buy the chickens because he's like a chicken boy. So you don't have to marry him to get the
Chicken boy.
chickens.
Okay.
Like the special chickens. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But Shane, I've already dated too many men that I had to be like their therapist and tried to make them better. I'm good.
Yeah.
I know he kind of has a redemption arc, but unless you do a certain mod, like he kind of like regresses a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill him. And also with like a lot of alcoholism in my family, it's like, yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah.
But again, like I know he has a redemption arc, but I'm gonna have to kill Shane.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm gonna have to fuck Sebastian. You're gonna be surprised by this one. I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to fuck Sebastian because I feel like it's a good fuck. I feel like it's a fun fuck, right?
Okay.
Kind of alt
Yeah.
type vibes. And then I'm gonna marry Alex because maybe I'm wrong, but he kind of gives me himbo vibes.
I agree completely.
Yeah, he gives me himbo vibes, and I have to say this, and I know it's a silly reason, but just for me, I could never marry a smoker. I don't know if he quit smoking, Sebastian.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, I can't marry a smoker. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you want to smoke a cigarette after we fuck, that's fine. I'm done. But I am.
That's fine. I'm
I
done.
don't know. I need a himbo. I need a himbo in my life. So
I get that. I completely respect that. And honestly, you saying that and pointing that out, I've just changed my answers, and now I agree with you
Oh, I'm
completely.
an influencer.
You're an influencer. I agree with you completely. I think it's great that Shane has the redemption arc. I do wish they had kept him redeemed, in the storyline,
But I think that's
and that
kind
you
of
didn't need a mod for it.
I think it's realistic too, unfortunately.
It's true. That's true, which is it's sad.
Yeah.
And it's like I hope for the best for Shane,
I know.
but I'm not the one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah. I have, we have our own things we gotta do.
Yeah.
Um, Sebastian is my favorite to marry in the game
Yes.
just because it's giving very much like the Tumblr boys that I
Mhm.
loved in high school.
I get
Um,
it.
but ultimately I feel like he's not a realistic person to marry,
Mm-mm.
which is fine. So gonna that's a fuck.
Yeah.
And then Alex, yeah, himbo vibes. I love it.
Plus,
Because
he throws a
he's also
football.
starts wicked nice to you.
Yes.
He
Yes.
seems like someone who may have peaked in high school, but, like, he's nice and he's not, like he's cool,
Yeah.
with his sports thing and all that, but he's nice. He's not, like
Who's the one that
doesn't seem,
Haley
like,
tries to
terrible.
marry?
I think it's
Yeah,
Alex.
I'm gonna do it in spite as well. People will marry Alex and make sure it's
Perfect
on
so that
Haley's
Haley's
birthday.
Oh my god. Does she is there, like, a
I
thing with
don't
that?
know, but
Oh,
I
that's
I wish
amazing.
there was a mod to take out Haley. There probably isn't, and whatever. But
That's so
anyway,
funny. I
but
love
yeah,
that.
he also
It's
throws a
good. It's perfect.
football, so he's kind of fit, and that's like sometimes nice having good arms
That's
for
true. And
longtime
he
fucks.
compliments you a lot. He, like,
Yeah,
gives you lots of compliments even when
yeah.
you're not, like, romancing him.
I will say that I'm a dad bod person, though. I will say,
That's fair.
but good arms. I mean, longevity and strength, and for
Love
long
it.
term fucks, it's nice. So. I get like raunchier and raunchier every episode. I think my
It's
Elliot
fine.
comment was a lot worse, but no, I'm a
It
dad bod
was?
person.
Okay, that's fair. I
So
feel that.
also I can never marry somebody that has a motorcycle.
Oh,
Yeah,
because it's scary,
I had
or
a
do you have a specific?
I had a cousin who hit sand and wasn't wearing a helmet, and because it was Connecticut and you don't have to wear helmets, and he like broke the frame bone around his eye.
Oh my god, that's
And
so
yeah,
scary.
and like my brother's gotten really bad scars from it, and people also don't know how to drive around motorcycles. Again,
Yeah,
I understand motorcycles are cool, and Chris Evans as Captain America on a motorcycle, holy shit. It is beautiful.
yeah.
Like, I get it's
Same thing with
cool.
Bucky. Did you see that?
Yes. But the thing is for me, it's more like I would be a lot more worried because not only like
Yeah, I get that.
again, it could just be like one bump, you know what I mean? Or a little bit of
Mhm.
sand or whatever. Or
I totally get that.
people don't know how to drive around motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like there's
It's
things on the
scary.
road that is like make sure. Also, some motorcyclists, I don't like the people that like the ones that drive between the traffic or whatever.
Mhm.
So, yeah, motorcycle.
It's
I feel
scary. I
bad
get
because
that.
Eric kind of always had wanted one, and I'm like, if you had one for like a ride, like once in a while, maybe, but I would just be
Yeah.
too nervous. So,
It's
yeah,
scary. I get that.
the smoking and the um motorcycle. I
I
mean,
respect that.
great fuck, but I want a himbo.
The other thing is I do feel guilty because marrying him in the game, he has, like, these I mean, it's spoilers to
Yeah,
his storyline,
I mean
but he
it's
loves the
Stardew.
city, and he's like, "I'd love to go to the city and move to the city."
Yeah.
Zuzu City or whatever it's called, and you marry him, and then now he's on this farm, and he's like he says he loves it, and he never thought he would do this, but, like, I don't know, I feel like I'd be
Uh,
holding him back.
yeah, also kind of sad boy vibes and like
Mhm,
God,
emo
middle school
boy,
me is oof, I could fix him,
right?
mom. I could fix him. No, just kidding. But like sad boy vibes, I get it. But like I don't know. I
Yeah,
just need a himbo. And if
I get
Alex
it,
kind of had a dad
and I feel
bod,
that.
it would have been like, let's go.
Yeah.
I love a dad bod. You want that squishy hug. Doesn't matter
Mhm.
anyway. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So no,
I get that.
definitely that's my answer. So we had the same answers on both.
For both. Again.
So you had to do
We
less
did
in the
this the other day too.
captions. In the caption on Instagram, you
That's
could
true.
just do flow and noodles.
That's true, that's true.
So yeah. Okay,
But
so
yeah, okay, so that's great.
yeah.
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to our streamer of the week? Would you like to talk
Yes.
about them this week?
Um I am so happy to say that our streamer of the week is xFlowmingo. Not only has he been a great supporter, he has been an amazing friend throughout the years. I have known him for almost 10 years now. I think like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I absolutely love him.
About the same amount of time as me.
Yeah, we met around the same time. But I absolutely love him. He is one of the sweetest souls in this world. I could not have gotten through college without him and Flo and everything. And he was at my wedding, and he is the biggest hype man and an amazing streamer, an amazing artist, and he's been through a lot of stuff, and he's always been smiling through it. I'm so happy for him and his fiance. They recently got engaged, and I know his wedding, which I don't think I'm going to, but I know his wedding is gonna be poppin' because they love dancing. So I am excited to say xFlowmingo. He has Jamaican roots, so he did kind of like a crazy Jamaican like type thing. Man. So it is twitch.tv/JAKRACMON, xFlowmingo. We'll have him in the show notes. But again, xFlowmingo, I love you. I got a little teary-eyed talking about you and everything, and I absolutely love him, and he's a wonderful, wholesome person. Yeah,
absolutely. He played Valorant with us the other day. He's just like such an amazing, good vibe.
Every time I talk to him, he cracks me up. I've known him for so long, and I just absolutely love him. At my wedding, he was so dapper, and some people were like, "Oh my God, I know." Dressed, and and I have pictures of him and his now fiance like dancing, and they're one of like my favorite pictures from the wedding. So
cute.
Yeah, xFlowmingo, I love you. So he's our streamer of the week, and we will put it in the show notes. Again, twitch.tv JAKRAZMON. So xFlowmingo. So yeah, we're gonna talk about our socials, and then we're gonna head out. I know it's gonna be a little bit of a longer episode, but I mean, what's new? It's probably going to be an actual shorter one. Yeah.
I know.
So we're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We are posting our clips of the Reddit stories on TikTok and trying to do it on Instagram. Instagram Reels are a little weird.
But Reels have a shorter time limit.
Yeah, so we'll see. But and we're going to try to upload them to YouTube Shorts as well. But yeah, so we're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can watch our video version of the podcast on YouTube. So all of that is Hot X Nudes Pod, HOTXNOODSPOD. So you can find on there. You can also support us on patreon.com/HOTXNN. Oh God. HOTXNOODSPOD. I'm literally looking at it, and of course I messed up. So it's patreon.com/HotXNudesPod. For $1 a month, you can get ad-free episodes, Discord exclusive roles, and channels, and kind of just being able to interact with us. As well as $3 a month, you get ad-free episodes, as well as being part of our book club, and also even more exclusive roles and channels. Also, like, we'll have a daily Fuck, Marry, Kill for some exclusive roles and stuff like that. So yeah, you can support us over there. We're actually possibly getting ads soon, so I know it's kind of like ad-free episodes. We have them now. For not much longer, we might not have ad-free episodes. So, but if you want to listen to them too, that's great. So yeah, so again, you can follow us on all social media, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at HotXNudesPod, HOTXNOODSPOD. Again, Patreon as well. And you can email us at hotxnudespod@gmail.com, where you can send us your stories, Reddit stories you found, or just email us about different things, or like recommendations. So
Yes.
That is our socials. So Flo, do you want to say anything before we go?
I think that's just about it.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else, or is that it?
no, I just all I have in my head right now is that song from SNL. It's cuffing season, and all the girls we need. I need that to be a full ass song.
Boy. Yeah. Me too.
I think she will at some point. Does she use she/her pronouns?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I believe so.
So yeah, I hope she does at some point. So
I do too.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll see you guys later.
See you next Tuesday.